Well, welcome to our Coping with COVID-19 webinar. Thank you for joining. I want to welcome you. I know that facing hard times is just another part of life. Luckily, there are many ways to help you cope, no matter what difficulties are lying ahead of you. So today, what we're going to do is focus on several areas of self-care to help you manage stress and stay healthy during these challenging times. Are you guys ready to get started? If we haven't met, my name is Lynn Morales, and I'm a naturopath in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I want to welcome all of you who are joining across the country. I've been a naturopath for over 17 years, so that means that I look at the body from a holistic perspective to identify the root cause of illness. Just so you know, you can take your time. Don't need to write down a whole bunch of resources or things like that. We will share that list with you so you can sit back and relax and enjoy what you're learning. I want you to know we have a number of free gifts that we're going to be sharing with you. So I'm going to recommend that you look for the link that we send you in the text message. It'll come sometime after the presentation. It will also be made available to you in your playback. So just wanted to make sure that you had that information available and that you're looking out for some of the many resources that we're going to be sharing. So yes, everyone copes differently. Stress during a crisis can cause fear and anxiety about your health and the health of your loved ones, especially. You could have changes in sleep or eating patterns like this lady here, or worsening of chronic or mental health conditions as well. For some, this can increase unhealthy behaviors like the use of alcohol and tobacco or other drugs. And how you respond to a crisis or a difficult time in your life may look different than how others respond, so don't judge yourself. It's important to remember that everyone reacts uniquely to stressful situations. But there are some healthy options, and that's what we hope to cover with you. So there's a strong connection between your body and your mind. And this means that in order to reduce stress and boost your mental health, you need to take care of your body too. This means eating a nutrient-dense diet and getting adequate movement, among other things. But let's dig a little bit deeper into this. So first of all, are you there? Are you breathing? Breathing is so important. It's a surefire way to stop stress in its tracks, and I do mean stop it. We tend to breathe shallowly throughout the day, and stress can actually make that breathing quicker and even more shallow. So you want to be careful with that. However, when we take a moment to breathe more deeply, fully realizing that whole lung capacity that you've really got, our entire physiology actually starts to change. So when you breathe deeply, your brain responds by sending the body a message to calm down and relax. So let's review some simple breaths anyone can master to instantly reduce stress. Belly breathing, yes. So diaphragm breathing or belly breathing can lower your stress levels. It reduces your blood pressure and it regulates other important bodily processes. So here's the basic procedure for this kind of breathing. So follow along. I won't be able to breathe and give the instructions at the same time. So your job is to follow along with these steps. So first thing I'd recommend is that you sit or you lie in a comfortable position with your shoulders completely relaxed. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach. Now I want you to inhale through your nose about 2 to 4 seconds. And you should experience the air moving through your nostrils and into your abdomen, making your stomach expand. That's belly breathing, right? So during this type of breathing, make sure your stomach is moving outward while your chest remains relatively still. Now purse your lips as if you're about to blow out a candle, and press gently on your stomach as you exhale slowly for about 2 to 4 seconds. Now repeat those steps several times for best results. Once you feel you've mastered this one, you can try a more advanced technique. We call it 4-7-8 breathing. So let's talk through the basics of 4-7-8 breathing. Just remember 4-7-8, okay? Take a deep, slow breath from your belly and silently count to 4 as you breathe in. Now hold your breath and silently count from 1 to 7. Breathe out completely as you silently count from 1 to 8. So try to get all the air out of your lungs by the time you count to 8. So repeat this 3 to 7 times or until you feel calm. And then notice how you feel after that exercise. It's an amazing thing what breathing like this can do. So remember 4-7-8. Hold your breath or deep breathe, silently count to 4 as you breathe in. Hold your breath, silently count from 1 to 7, and then breathe out completely as you silently count from 1 to 8. Do that 3 to 7 times. Now, I told you we were going to be providing you a lot of free gifts during this class. So let me tell you what the first one is. We're going to be sharing with you several different guided imageries, guided meditations, whatever you want to call them. So the first one happens to be breathing meditation. So if you're a person who has difficulty with this breathing exercise or you breathe shallowly, highly, highly, highly recommend that you take advantage of the free gift where you'll get access to this meditation today. And what I want you to do is I want you to be sure to write down the ones that do sound like, oh, I want to take advantage of that one, because you're going to get a link to them, text message, or you'll get the link in the playback and you can go take advantage of this. So we'll talk more about it, but let me tell you what breathing meditation what it's all about. This session is explaining why meditative breathing relaxes your muscles, why it slows your heart rate, and it helps to clear negative thoughts and alleviates anxiety. Isn't that awesome? So use this session regularly to calm your body and your mind, setting the stage for vibrant, good health. So if that sounds like one of the free gifts you'd like to take advantage of, make sure you write down breathing meditation, okay? All righty. Now, eat to reduce stress. Interesting. What do most people do? They eat when they're stressed, but not necessarily to reduce it. So when people are stressed, it's not uncommon to turn to food. And unfortunately, seeking comfort from food can cause a negative feeling in the long run. So we don't really want to go there. So relief from overeating or overindulging in rich treats will be short-lived, and potentially leading to requiring increasingly more to be satisfied going forward. So instead of stress eating, you can eat to reduce stress. So do you know about leafy greens? They contain something called folate. That's a vitamin that helps produce the feel-good brain chemicals, serotonin and dopamine. Yeah. So these are like neurotransmitters is what I like to call them. So those would be things like these green foods, asparagus, broccoli, citrus fruit, Brussels sprouts, garbanzo beans. Those all contain folate. Now, salmon, flax, those chia seeds, they contain omega-3 fats, and those have been shown to combat the stress hormone cortisol. So eating some of those are very helpful for that reduction of that stress hormone. And then blueberries. Yes, wonderful blueberries. They contain antioxidants that help produce the stress-fighting chemical dopamine. Now we just talked about that. So it's important to know that you've got access to help some of these neurotransmitters. Now, Adding blueberries to your morning oatmeal or your smoothie, great way to get that serotonin boost. That's the happy hormone. We have a blog on our website on serotonin, the happy hormone. So a couple things to keep in mind. These are the foods that you eat, and you want to take care of some of the positive ones, right? So I mentioned, again, free gifts. So here is another one. We're going to be sharing with you a weight wellness program, just like the other one, except this one's called Weight Wellness. Develop positive eating patterns. So if that one sounds like one you're going to want to take advantage of, write that down, because you're going to get access to these when we're done. So that particular one, in that one, you'll mentally journey back to a time when you enjoyed doing the best for your body. Isn't that neat? So you're going to find yourself more comfortable and confident each day, effortlessly eating the right foods at the right time. Now, how neat is that? It's like effortlessly, right? Like you're not having to do much except listening to this program. Now, what these programs do, I just talked to you about some neurotransmitters, right? About in this very same section. Every one of these programs I'm going to share with you has evidence-based research to prove that it increases some of these good neurotransmitters that are necessary to help reduce stress, help you sleep, help you feel happy, those kind of things. So that program, again, Weight Wellness, Develop Positive Eating Patterns. I'm going to review those again at the end, but I want to make sure you write down the ones that sound like, wow, I really need to take advantage of that. And let me tell you something. When I say effortlessly, this is what I mean by that. We're talking, this is super important. You're going to start to notice changes. You're going to feel better as soon as the program's done running. But after that, I want you to notice for days and weeks to come, and then get back with us and tell us what you noticed from that program. And you're going to start to find maybe you're sleeping better, maybe something that you used to crave all the time, you're suddenly not craving it anymore. It's going to be changes like that. So I want you to pay attention because it's super important. Now, of course, you know about prioritizing exercise. That's not a secret about being active daily. So maintaining mobility, reducing injuries, improving mental health, these are some of the benefits of physical activity. The physical effects of stress can manifest in a number of different ways, like headaches, insomnia, anxiety, weight gain, muscle aches and pains, crankiness. You know anybody who's cranky? Difficulty focusing. These are all some of the results of stress. So while removing all the stress from our lives isn't possible, and that's especially true right now, managing stress can help you avoid the negative symptoms. So this is a way to manage it. So this is a great way by exercising. So just like I've already been sharing, I'm going to be giving you all some free programs that you can access. Most of these programs are about 20 minutes long, where you can actually take advantage of some very serious changes in how your neurotransmitters are firing, how those brain frequencies are moving to a more positive space. So the one we're going to share with you for exercise, if exercise is your issue, the one we're going to share with you is one of our optimal health sessions. It's called Exercise, Your Key to Lasting Health and Vitality. Now, again, this isn't just someone lecturing you about what it's going to look like. This has actually got some aspects to the program that actually starts to change the neurotransmitters, change the way you think, your attitude and belief system, or BS, around what you're thinking about exercise. So this program, let me tell you a little bit more about it. It says, imagine how good you'll feel as you burn fat, build muscle, and sculpt the body you want. Now, who doesn't want a program that's going to feed those kind of signals to the brain? So with this session, you're going to ignite your enthusiasm for health and exercise, and you'll mentally rehearse your active new lifestyle where exercise is fun and enjoyable. So again, if exercise is your thing where you're like, I don't do enough of that, I'm not getting enough activity, this is the one you want to focus on, okay? Next, sleep, beauty, rest. It's crucial for stress management and physical self-care. So adults need about 7 to 9 hours a night. And stress can be the cause of troubled sleep. So a lack of sleep often leads to increased stress levels as well, though. So it's like a vicious cycle. You've got to get the hormones moving in the right direction, balancing with the nice rhythm and the ebb and flow of how life is supposed to work, not the stressors of staying up late or not getting to sleep at all. So if you want to ensure a good night's rest, you want to create a bedtime routine to help your body get into the groove, to signal it when it's time to wind down. I'm going to give you some tips right now, but I'm going to tell you about something. Out on our website, accesscompletewellness.com, you want to write that down, accesscompletewellness.com. We have a webinar out there, probably a good 30, 45-minute webinar on Sleep 101. If sleep is your issue, watch Sleep 101. So let me give you a couple little tips, though, on what we can do for sleep right now. So some relaxing activities you might want to try before bed: stretching, reading, meditating, taking a hot bath, drinking a cup of warm tea. And I'm going to tell you something. Avoid using electronics 1 hour before sleep and resist that urge, and I do mean resist, to scroll through social media or check emails, especially work emails. And lastly, avoid vigorous activity, large meals, caffeine close to bedtime. Now, I got to tell you, one of the things I like to do is I set all my devices on my phone and all my technology to shut down or kind of go on, blue screen mode. There's settings for that. We tell you about it in Sleep 101. There's actually a video in that one, talks all about it. I'm not going to go into that, but these are tips. I cannot encourage you enough to get the lights out of your eyes an hour before bed to start to relax. So along with all those free gifts I've already mentioned, we're going to send you another one. Yes, we are. It is a sleep program. This one is actually called Peaceful Mind. Yeah. And it's music. It's music only. Peaceful music to relax and unwind with. So if sleep's your thing and it's not going like you like, I encourage you to check out Peaceful Mind program. When I'm giving you these titles, that's how you can search for them when I send them to you. Okay, I'm going to send you a link to access them, and you can search on the word peaceful, and Peaceful Mind program should come up for you. All right, here we go. Moving right along. So social self-care. So social health refers to your relationships and the connections you have with the people in your life. So out of necessity, we've evolved into social beings. So like cooperation with one another enhanced our ability to survive under like harsh environmental circumstances and stuff like that. So deep connections to others is a vital aspect of well-being. And the best way to cultivate and maintain close relationships is to put time and energy into building your relationships with others. So we've all have different social needs, and meaning this isn't a set amount of time we require social interaction to benefit us. But unfortunately, it's easy to neglect your relationship when life gets busy. And before you know it, you're stressed, you're lonely, things like that creep in. So let's talk about ways to stay connected. And the good news is, no matter where in the world your loved ones are, or where they're located, you can still remain connected easier than ever, kind of like on this webinar. In fact, many people during this time, maybe you're saying, I'm wishing I didn't have a webinar, another webinar to go to, right? But it's important, right? There's ways to cultivate those relationships right from your home. Text messaging, sending a quick, hi, I'm thinking about you, is a great opportunity to share with somebody. Video chat. Countless platforms to do video chatting on without even having to leave your home. Group chats, maybe getting the whole family together. I actually did that on Easter. When all of this was in the height of it, I went ahead and I set up a Zoom call and invited all sides of all family to join us. And I kept the line open for like a 3-hour meeting. I think we were on for 6 because people were just joining and all throughout the time frame. And And so they'd just dial in and we'd talk to that person for a while, and then 5 more would show up, and we'd talk to different people at different times and introduce family to other family. And we had a really good time with it. So another thing is, another way to keep together is to write a letter, the old fashioned way. And honestly, I've been doing this with some of my little nieces. I'm teaching them about pen pals. Not texting pals, not email pals, but being a pen pal. And so I'm teaching them, how fun it is to get a letter in the mail with your name on it, and maybe even a package. And so we're enjoying learning that. And I even give them a stamp in their letter, so they don't have to bug their parents for a stamp. They can just plop it right on an envelope and send something right back out. So we're having a good time with that. And then also, share an experience with someone. Maybe pick up a book or a TV show. With these same nieces I'm talking about, I've been sending them little books that help me out in certain times in my life. So I'm sending them little books to help them out right now. And so it's a nice thing. Sharing is really an important thing. And then communication, such a key aspect, to this whole connected thing. So when you're feeling stressed or anger or frustration can really just set in quickly. And this can have a negative effect on your communication skills. So sharing your feelings of stress with others can actually help relieve your stress. And listening to others discuss their stress can also help you feel less alone. I don't know about you, but when I listen to other people tell me what hardships are going on in their life, I feel a whole lot better about my life. So I'm just sharing that, it's important to listen to others because there's some people really hurting right now. So allow yourself to open up and be vulnerable to loved ones in a restorative form of self-care. Here's some tips, value yourself and know your needs and your wants. Express negative thoughts, but in a positive way. And receive feedback positively. And listen when others are speaking. And so along the lines of this one, I'm going to share another one of those programs with you. This one is also in the Weight Wellness series, but it's actually called Asking for What You Need and Getting What You Want, right? Communication. That's what this one's about. Know your needs and wants. We just talked about that. So this program, again, if this sounds like something that's really going to impact you or help you, then let's go ahead and write this one down, asking for what you need and getting what you want. In the summary on this one is, if you've had trouble communicating your desires in the past, it will become easy for you using these exciting new communication skills. So you're going to visualize yourself communicating with others with assertiveness and confidence. So again, at the end, we're going to send you a text message link where you're going to be able to access these programs. So if this is one of your areas that needs some developing or some work, feel free to check out that Asking for What You Need and Getting What You Want program. All right, we're going to move on to mental self-care. So, our thoughts and the way we think about ourselves greatly influence our psychological well-being. Our mental self-care involves doing things that help you stay mentally healthy. So practicing self-compassion and acceptance, for example, that really helps you maintain a healthier inner dialogue, and that's huge. So there are many techniques that you can use to reduce stress while practicing mental self-care. So let's talk about a couple of them. So one of them is that you can significantly impact your stress levels is your attitude. So, and again, these programs I'm sharing with you that you're going to get the link to in the text message, I call this my attitude and belief system adjuster, okay? Because they really work very well. So, pessimists, perfectionists, and those with those type A personalities, like people like I know, they have a tendency to self-sabotage with negative thought and behavior patterns. So try taking a more positive outlook. If you look hard enough, there's always some good to be found in a situation. One of the things I've been practicing in my own life is taking time every day, whether it's morning or evening, and to just Stop what I'm doing and find what I can be thankful for. There is something to be thankful for in every day. Something, whether it's the sweet sound of a bird, or, out in the tree, or, the sunshine or rain after a much needed drought. There's always something to be grateful for. So, those hard to face moments in life often prove as teachable moments. So it's up to you to figure out what lesson is there for you to be learning. It's different for everybody. But rather than focusing on the negative things happening around you, search for those positives. So right then, if this is an area that you're struggling with, let me share with you the program we're going to offer you again, related to this one area. It's in our Optimal Health series, and it's called Being Fully Present, Increase Your Attention Span. So in today's high-tech world, it's all too easy to lose focus on what's most important. And these mental exercises that are in this program are going to have you thinking more clearly and accessing skills that will improve your everyday life. So again, if that program, Being Fully Present and Increasing Your Attention Span, sounds like the one you need, well, be sure to write that down. Again, because these are things you'll be able to take advantage of when you get that link from us. Now, another thing you can do is imagine your stress away, right? So another technique for banishing stress is just imagine that it's gone. Now I know that sounds easier said than done, but things like affirmations, guided imagery, and visualizations, like these programs we're going to send to you, all these are super helpful to help manage stress. And so, like I said, we're giving you ideas, but we're also going to give you some tools, like outright hand them to you. And so some tips for incorporating affirmations into your life. A couple things there. Keep them positive. Repeat affirmations frequently. And post them around your home and your workspace for visual reminders. Maybe a sticky note on your computer, or we use those erasable markers and we write stuff on our mirror in the bathroom, right? So all about, positive things. So let me give you some sample affirmations that you can try. I deserve a peaceful and loving life. Oh, that sounds good. How about I'm centered and quiet? Calmness washes over me with every deep breath I take. My thoughts are calming down. Challenges bring opportunities. Those are just a few affirmations, but I'm going to share with you a program. It's from our Stress-Free Me series, and I love the title, Enthusiasm, Focus, and Flexibility, Your Keys to Success. So in this program, you're going to find your own internal success coach. He or she is in there somewhere, and we're going to take you through step by step in the direction of your goals, allowing you to generate the enthusiasm, focus, and flexibility that you need on a day-to-day basis. So I thought that was a really nice one for this stress away series. So if that one sounds like the one you want, write that one down, enthusiasm, focus, and flexibility. Again, you'll have access to that in just a short time here. Now, boy, oh boy, is our society busy. But we got a nice long break there for a little while, didn't we? The whole world. So we're being bombarded with information all the time. And that information can overload, cause stress and tension, whether it's, from written media to television, radio broadcasts, social media. It is super hard to escape. So a lot of the stuff's out of your control. Really, we really aren't that in control of our lives after all. And it can definitely cause stress, a national tragedy, a big news story. But you have a choice, and you can choose to unplug. Yeah. So this is what I talked about earlier. I actually, I recently got a more updated cell phone. I don't always have the latest, but I got a more updated one, and it had a feature that actually allows me to put it in a nighttime mode. And so I think it's so nice because it kind of dims the lights for me. I set the time for it, and it basically says, hey, we've got you in, nighttime mode. It's time for you to slow down and take a break. I like that reminder. It actually stops my text messages from coming in until the next morning at the time I set. And you know what? The world didn't stop because I didn't get that text or didn't answer it. So important to unplug. And I think a really big point of this is we coach people through some of our lifestyle changes, that they actually take a break at work, go outside, smell the air, put your feet in the grass, touch a tree, do something, just like this lady. So again, notice that you can turn off your notifications, silence your cell phone, focus on something you enjoy without interruptions on the late breaking news. Now, this is such a super powerful topic. So those who participate in spiritual self-care activities actually have been found to live healthier lifestyles. So nurturing your spirit is really important. It doesn't have to be religious, whatever you make that mean or want it to be, right? But it can involve anything that helps you develop a deeper sense of meaning, understanding, or connection with the world, the universe. Spirituality, it has different meanings for different people. And so it's usually influenced by ideologies that you grew up with, what your parents usually taught you or didn't teach you, right? So spiritual self-care practice is any ritual that connects you to your true self, the real you. So I don't know if you're engaging in any spiritual practices, but let's talk about some of the benefits. So taking time for spiritual self-care encourages that introspection and offers clarity and comfort at times. That introspection helps you remove yourself from external stressors and instead focus on what's going on internally. And that's what it's about. So spiritual self-care can do the following. It can improve relationships and connection with others, help you experience more inner peace, help you to gain clarity on what makes you happy, enhance feelings of oneness and universality, diminish feelings of isolation and loneliness, can actually deepen your relationship with yourself. So these are crucial long-term stress relief strategies that will help you manage future stress. So what does it look like though, these activities? And again, they look different for everybody. So whether you enjoy, meditation or attending a religious service, praying, spiritual care is super important. So it needs to be whatever it needs to look like for you. But I'm going to give you some ways to help deepen that spiritual self-care. So one of them is prayer. And that's my number one. Quiet time with God, whoever you call God. It's an amazing opportunity to have some new insights revealed to you. Prayer allows you to gain insight from your Creator and bring a peace over your entire makeup. And you can do it anywhere. That's the neat thing about prayer. So take time to see God in all things. I mean, in circumstances, whether good or bad, see what God will do with that circumstance. Seeing God in the smile of a child, or seeing God in the beauty of a flower. Lots of ways to see God in all things. Now, some people like yoga. The goal of yoga is actually to harmonize your body, mind, and spirit all together. So the practice is individualized according to your needs. There's different kinds, but yoga encourages non-judgment and acceptance about where you are in life, with the knowledge that you're building a strong foundation for a more empowering life. Lots of types of yoga. You got to find the one that's best for you. Some people do hot yoga, and then other people like me, I just like restorative, very calming yoga. So that's just, some different options there. Meditation is one of the easiest and accessible spiritual practices to maintain. The practice of meditation can reduce stress and create a clearer connection to who you are and what you want out of life. So again, we're going to be sharing with you a bunch of guided meditations and programs. I think we got a total of almost 10 of them for you that we're going to be sharing after this presentation. So be aware, you've got a lot of options coming your way too. Now, being in nature, one other way to get in tune with spiritual self-care. It's a huge way to heal, being with nature. So take time each day to immerse yourself in the sound of birds or water, the sight of trees swaying in the wind. You can't help but disconnect when you're in the moment. And there's a sense of experiencing something greater than yourself. So one of the things that we're going to share with you is a program that I picked out specifically for this particular section of our webinar. It's called Spiritual Connections from the Heart. And it talks about that a life or death confrontation of a cardiac incident can be really frightening, right? But this session that we're going to share with you, this program tonight, is a session that's going to inspire you to realize that you have a better and more fulfilling life to live. So you're going to increase your thoughts of meaning, purpose, and a higher power. So if this is one of the areas that you want to focus on, write down the name of that program we're going to send you. Again, all of these programs will be included in what we're sending out, but this one, it might be the one you want to tap into sooner as opposed to later. Spiritual Connections from the Heart. All right, now we're going to move on. So emotional self-care. So our emotions are essential indicators of how we're feeling, but it's important to remember that our emotions are not who we are. Emotions change from moment to moment, depending on thoughts and actions in the environment, even the food that you're eating. So it's important to have healthy coping skills to deal with uncomfortable emotions like anger, anxiety, or sadness. So do you have healthy ways to process your emotions? It's an important thing to ask yourself. If you don't, there's lots of help out there. We can help you in our practice. We've got some phenomenal techniques, and regardless of where you are in the country, we can work with you. So just reach out if you're needing some emotional support. We've got some ways you can kind of do it yourself with a little bit of support from us, and then ways that we can help you through it in just a few online sessions. So keep that in mind, that there is help. And life is too short and valuable to remain stuck in a pattern that doesn't serve you. So when you're unable to forgive someone, it holds you back from really experiencing life. I mean, from fully experiencing it. And that energy used to maintain a grudge can cause a continual release of stress hormones. Now, I've been talking about these neurotransmitters and hormones, and I just call them communicators all around. So you got to understand that forgiveness isn't about letting someone off the hook, okay? It's a gift you give to yourself to allow the release of negative emotions. So don't forget to forgive the most important person. And who's that? You. Don't forget to forgive yourself. So I've been sharing, we got a lot of free gifts we're going to be sharing with you in this webinar. This next one is from the Stress Free Me series, and it's all about forgiveness. So if this is an area that you need to focus on, this one's called Making Peace with Your Past. Making peace with your past. You will learn to forgive, forget, and move on with a healthy body and attitude. With the power of forgiveness on your side, the unforeseen forces of your mind will create radiant health. So if this is one of the ones that you really have high on your list to work on, Stress Free Me series, Making Peace with Your Past. All righty. Now, I mentioned a while back, gratitude, right? Taking that time is an amazing quality of being thankful. And gratitude is also a healing and supportive emotion. So when you're struggling with stress, the practice of gratitude can really help you. And a gratitude practice means you got to pay attention. And this is what I talked about. What exactly do you have to be grateful for? Look around you. Do you have a roof over your head? Did you have a meal today? Do you still have your job? What do you have to be grateful for? So easy to be quickly consumed with negativity and forget the good. But a great way to organize your thoughts, get those experiences down, put them into context by journaling. Because by writing, you can magnify and expand on the sources of goodness in your life and think about what resources you gained from your experiences, even the bad ones. So to take your gratitude even further, it's really important to express it to others. Many people in your life have helped you in one way or another. Thank them. Thanking them completes that feeling of connection. And you don't know how your gratitude towards them may perk their day up. So we have shared a lot of programs with you. We're gonna show you a full list of those so you can write down the one that you want to try tonight, because you're going to get a link to that. Should be, if we have your phone number, you'll get a text message. But if we don't have your phone number, then you will get it in the playback via email. So if we don't have the right contact info for you, then you don't get these. But if we have the right contact info, you will. So let's move on. I want to share with you our next month's class, August 20th. Wellness in the workplace. Now, a lot of people's workplace moved to home. So here's what I want you to share. If you are an employer or you are an employee, I need you to hear this. You need to invite us into your workplace. And I'm going to share why in the next few things. We have some exciting programs, and I know that people are not sure about going back to work, not sure about being back in a room with other people. That's part of what we're going to be sharing, and it's so important that you get a feel for our corporate wellness programs and what we have to offer, and how many program offerings and classes that we have available. And there's a team of us working on this to bring functional wellness to the workplace. And you could be part of it. And so reach out to us at accesscompletewellness.com or reach out at info@accesscompletewellness.com. That's our email address. Super important, because we can start helping your workplace environment get through this time in our history and move forward better and stronger, giving your people tools. So please don't keep this a secret. info@accesscompletewellness.com. So our next class, August 20th, 8 p.m. Central. Now, here's something I want to share with you. Since everyone's talking about COVID, this is important. One of the things that we have here is a water system. Water is super important for your body, but one thing I want to share with you is we have a water system that actually is a bit like homeopathics in water. And with a website, you can dial up whatever quote unquote homeopathic type frequency that you need in your water that you're drinking daily. So this is a unit in your home. I just listed the titles of all the different frequencies that we have access to. So whether you're someone who really is working with, you've got a lot of stress and you've got heart concerns, we've got cardiovascular things. You'll see at the other end of the spectrum, we have support for a lot of things, from allergy to hay fever to stress to immune system, sleep support, emotional balancing. Tell you what, we absolutely enjoy this, and all of these homeopathic frequencies are available to you with one system. You just dial up what you need. So if one person in the family has allergy issues, they can dial up what they need. A different person is working on lymphatic system issues, they can dial up the program that they need. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So if you want more information on this, we offer a special, I think I want to say it's like a $300 discount or something like that. Reach out to us at info@accesscompletewellness.com, and you'll get access we'll send you that link to get you that special. So next thing, here we go. I want you to be on the lookout for that link we're going to be sending you. Here were the names of the programs that I mentioned. Breathing meditation. So write some of these down. If one of these was the one you wanted to listen to tonight, you're about to get that link if you haven't already. Breathing meditation, develop positive eating patterns, exercise, your key to lasting health and vitality, go to sleep with the peaceful mind music, asking for what you need and getting what you want, being fully present, increasing your attention span, enthusiasm, focus, and flexibility, your keys to success, spiritual connections from the heart, and making peace with your past. So you'll see what you're going to get is a link. You're going to be able to, you click on the link that you get from us first. Do not download this to your phone or you'll miss the special. So hear me out on this. Take the link we send you. Register at the link so you can get the free trial. Then what's going to happen is you're going to have a username and password that you create for that free trial. Then use that when you go into your app store on your phone to download. What you're going to want to do then is once it's on your phone, you're going to use some earbuds, whatever kind of headphones you've had for your phone, to listen to the programs. And I showed you the names of the programs right back here. All you got to do is take these keywords, type them in the wellness bundles, and you'll have opportunity to pull up that program. There are over 300 programs I'm giving you access to. I just wanted you to know these were special ones I picked for this class. All right. Okay. Now, this is for all of you, employers, employees, or families who care about your health and your immunity. And are you ready, right? Your immune system, is it ready? Ready for what, you might ask? Well, we don't know. We don't know what else might get invented. So this is all about gut health, properly balancing your gut microbiome, which will help improve your energy levels, your mood, support your immune system, and actually help to protect you, me, from other health issues. This is coming soon. We'll be rolling this out next month. I want you to invite us to your workplace. We are going to be, let me show you, we have a gut microbiome kit. And what we can actually do, Ultimate Immunity, is actually score you individually with a blood stick test on these 5 key areas of health. So from gastrointestinal function, immunofitness, emotional balance, cognitive acuity, energetic efficiency. Blood stick test, what we're doing is we're taking people through this process where we can actually show you how strong your immune system is, and where you have some deficiencies, we can strengthen it. So when you go back to the workplace, you can feel like you have done everything necessary to move your body to the right state of health. This is super important. Any of you out there that have immune system concerns, or you just don't know what's coming next, your best defense is strengthening your immune system, and that is what we're offering. So I just want you to share this with you. If you want more information on this, reach out to us at info@accesscompletewellness.com, info@accesscompletewellness.com. Here is our website, our phone number, email address. I want to thank you for being part of our webinar series. And we have so much great information that we're sharing right now. We are so excited about the future and how we can help our populations feel stronger. So on that note, I want to thank you for joining us, and please take advantage of the offer that we have shared with you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.